Just when we thought Bruce Willis was turning a new page in his acting career, the longtime action star announced a rather abrupt retirement from the big screen. And the reason is quite heart-wrenching. After developing an incurable brain disorder, the 67-year-old actor had no choice but to bid farewell to the world of acting. In this video, we'll talk about how Bruce's condition is robbing him of his future in acting. Let's take a look. First up, the official announcement. The news announcing the unfortunate retirement came from the actor's family. The eldest daughter of the movie mainstay, Rumor Willis, ex-wife Demi Moore, and current spouse Emma Hennings all took to their Instagram accounts to pen a heartfelt note making the singer's cognitive condition known to the world. In the Instagram post, addressed to the actor's amazing supporters, his family explained the health issues this film star had been encountering and also disclosed the diagnosis of aphasia, a cognitive condition that affects an individual's ability to understand or express speech, which is ultimately led to Bruce's decision to step away from the career that has meant so much to him. The family expressed that this was a tough choice for them, but taking into consideration Bruce's health, it was a necessary step. The post also conveyed that the family is undergoing a challenging time and are truly appreciative of the continued love, compassion, and support of their fans. They further elaborated that the choice to let their fans in on this previously hidden piece of information was made as the family knows how much his followers value and adore him. To juxtapose the sadness of the caption, it was accompanied by a rather amusing picture of the iconic actor that will have you smiling through your tears. The picture showcases a young Bruce in a white bathrobe, a pair of black sunglasses sitting on the edge of his nose, and a charming smirk accentuating his dimple. Ending the statement on a lighter note, the family promised to go through these trying times together as a unit and live it up, a motto set by Bruce himself. So, how did the fans take it? As stunned as the fans were after this sudden announcement, it wasn't surprising that as soon as the news broke, Willis was instantly trending on Twitter, where tribute after tribute began pouring in like crazy. Fans couldn't help but share their disbelief and grief over the development and flocked the family's Instagram posts to voice their love and appreciation for the renowned actor. Bruce's condition makes it extremely difficult to communicate effectively, so fans understand why he needs to put a halt to his acting career, but that doesn't make it any less heartbreaking for those who love him. Nonetheless, it's good to know the Willis family is surrounded by love as they go through this challenging period. Next, had other people known all along? Stepping down from acting after just having released 8 films in 2021, all of which were direct-to-video features, came as quite a shock to many of his fans, but not so much to his co-workers, for whom the signs of his illness were becoming increasingly obvious in the years leading up to this diagnosis. One of the first to spot the cognitive decline was Mike Burns, who filmed 2 projects with Willis in recent years. However, it wasn't until the second project, Out of Death, which features Willis prominently on the poster as the lead alongside Jamie King, that the actor's memory struggles alarmed Burns and led him to say that he would not be doing any further Bruce Willis movies. As heartbreaking as that sounds, you'll understand why in a minute. The awareness of the deteriorating cognitive abilities began in 2020, a few days before the Looper star was about to arrive on set of one of his action films. What was surprising was that Burns, the director of the project, sent out an urgent appeal requesting to reduce the actor's part in the movie to keep it short and sweet, adding that 5 pages had to be cut down. In an email to the film's screenwriter, the producer also insisted on the dialogues being abbreviated to contain no monologues. The struggles of the 67-year-old acclaimed actor became more and more explicit as the crew had to start feeding him his lines via a hidden earpiece while filming, since he was unable to retain them on his own. It didn't end there. A stunt double had to be recruited for nearly all of the actor's physical scenes, which was no small task, as Willis had made a name for himself as the king of action films. In an even more frightening scene narrated by unnamed sources, Willis startled cast and crew members on the set of 2020's Hard Kill when he fired a gun loaded with a blank on the wrong cue, though the film's producer denies this ever happened. Although the reason for limiting the actor's lines was not initially revealed, however, earlier in March, March, it was disclosed to the public that the producer, along with many other filmmakers, had been privately concerned about Willis's health for the past couple of years. Now for Hollywood's response. It wasn't just the fans who showed an outpour of support, but colleagues and celebrities alike sang praises of the Golden Globe-winning actor. The entertainer has received nothing but support from Hollywood. It seems like the Emmy-winning actor has had a big impact on many of the actors and producers he's worked with over the years. Haley Joel Osment, who appeared alongside him in The Sixth Sense, shared how grateful he is for being able to experience Bruce's enormous body of work firsthand, and expressed his immense respect for his former co-star, who he considers a true legend. The adoration for Bruce Willis continued, with John Travolta looking back at his long friendship with his Pulp Fiction and Look Who's Talking co-star, calling him a generous soul. Even Sylvester Stallone, Bruce's co-star in The Expendables and its first sequel, who was known to have a long-standing public feud with Willis, seems to have put all conflict behind him. Along with a series of sweet throwback pictures on Instagram, Stallone posted a heartfelt message of support stating that he is keeping the die-hard actor and his family in his prayers. Producer Randall Emmett, who'd worked with Bruce on over 20 films, including Midnight and The Switchgrass, Survive the Night, Hard Kill, etc., was one of the first to pledge full support to the family, calling Willis not only a terrific actor, an incredible father, but also a close friend whose bravery he admires. Producer of Die Hard Larry Gordon and director of Survive the Game James Cullen followed suit with more heartfelt sentiments. While the former called the actor a gutsy guy, the latter wrote that he was blessed to have had a chance to work with Willis. And our final thoughts. When we grow up watching our favorite celebrities on screen, we sometimes forget that they're just as human as the rest of us. We tend to think of these stars as invincible, and in doing so we forget that they are also bound to become senile one day, and sometimes growing old means that their health might suffer, and it doesn't matter if they have the best doctors. Some illnesses are just incurable and too unpredictable at the moment. As upsetting as it is, this is the cycle of life. The retirement of Bruce Willis is undoubtedly a great loss for cinema. Although Bruce Willis should be proud of himself for all he has achieved. First attaining fame with a leading role in the comedy drama series Moonlighting, the distinguished actor has appeared in over 100 films, specializing as an action hero after his role in the Die Hard franchise along with others. The champ might be departing from showbiz, but he's leaving with his head held high after giving us some of the best performances on film. He leaves behind a unique treasure of filmography with titles as important as Pulp Fiction, The Sixth Sense, and Armageddon. It goes without saying that Bruce Willis is a living legend who's built a career of undeniable hits and has proven to be a dynamic actor who can play a wide range of roles. In 2010, Willis claimed the title of the 8th highest grossing actor in a leading role, making over $2.64 billion and $3.05 billion at North American box offices. Lastly, let's not forget to cherish his singing career, which has also left us with many masterpieces, including 3 of his albums, with the debut being The Return of Bruno. But is this really the end? It's hard to believe that the heist action film A Day to Die, starring the now retired actor, came out just at the beginning of March. While you may think this is it, the good news is that this is probably not the last fans will see of him. Willis seems to have several upcoming movies in post-production, though it's uncertain if any of them are part of the new movie releases scheduled for 2022. Feel free to celebrate this silver lining while continuing to send the actor and his family our best wishes. That's a wrap for this video. How do you feel about Bruce Willis's retirement? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.